Welcome to G Fun Facts Online. When you picture a farm, what comes to mind? Rolling green hills? A farmer on a classic green tractor? Well, what if I told you the farm of the future, and in many ways the farm of today, looks a lot more like a high-tech lab from a science fiction movie? Today, we're talking about Agriculture 4.0, the quiet revolution that's seeing fields tended not just by human hands, but by a new robotic workforce. This isn't just about being futuristic, it's about building a sustainable way to feed our planet. The challenge is immense. The global population is projected to hit 9 billion people by 2050. That's a lot of mouths to feed. At the very same time, modern agriculture is facing a perfect storm of problems. There's a massive labor shortage. In the US alone, an estimated 2.4 million farm jobs need to be filled annually. Costs for essentials like fuel and fertilizer are rising, and the unpredictable effects of climate change like droughts and weird weather demand smarter, more efficient farming. So how do we solve this? Enter the Agri-bots. This isn't a single, one-size-fits-all robot, but an entire fleet of diverse, specialized machines designed to automate almost every task on a farm. These bots are equipped with an incredible array of sensors, cameras, GPS, and LiDAR, allowing them to navigate fields and do their jobs with superhuman precision. Let's look at what they can do. You have robotic systems that plant seeds at the perfect depth and spacing, giving every crop the best possible start. Then you have crop monitoring bots. These can be drones flying overhead or small rovers on the ground, constantly gathering data on crop health, soil moisture, and nutrient levels. This allows farmers to intervene exactly where needed, which is a core idea of what we call precision agriculture. One of the coolest applications is robotic weeding. Imagine a robot that can use AI to tell the difference between a carrot and a weed. Instead of spraying an entire field with herbicides, it can use a high-powered laser to zap the weed or apply a single, precise drop of chemical, leaving the crop completely untouched. This drastically cuts down on chemical use. And then there's harvesting. This is one of the most complex tasks to automate. But robotic harvesters are getting incredibly sophisticated. Using computer vision, they can identify and gently pick ripe fruits and vegetables, often working 24 hours a day with more consistency than a human ever could. The benefits of this robotic workforce are tangible. First, you get a massive boost in productivity and efficiency. Robots can work around the clock, performing repetitive tasks with speed and accuracy. Second, it's a huge win for sustainability. By precisely applying water, fertilizer, and pesticides only where needed, waste is dramatically reduced, minimizing the environmental footprint of farming. Many of these robots are electric, further cutting down the carbon footprint. Third, crop quality improves. The consistency of robots leads to more uniform growth, and their gentle touch can reduce bruising and damage during harvest, which means less food waste. Now this all sounds amazing, but there are hurdles. The biggest one is the high initial cost. This advanced technology is expensive, which can be a barrier for smaller farms. There's also a need for new technical skills to manage these systems, and a need for robust rural infrastructure, especially reliable high-speed internet. To tackle these issues, new ideas are emerging, like Robotics-as-a-Service, or RaaS, where farmers can lease the equipment instead of buying it outright, making it much more accessible. But the true magic happens when you realize these robots are not just dumb machines. The real power is unlocked when you combine the robotic hardware with the software brains of artificial intelligence and machine learning. AI analyzes all the data from the drones, satellites, and field sensors to give farmers insights they've never had before. It can run predictive analytics, forecasting crop yields, or warning of a potential disease outbreak so farmers can act proactively. Based on its analysis, it can optimize resource management, telling the robots exactly how much water or nutrients a specific section of the field needs. In fact, 83% of farmers who have already adopted AI for crop monitoring report improved yields and more sustainable practices. So what's next? The future is undeniably automated and data-driven. The agricultural robotics market is projected to skyrocket, from around $16 billion in 2024 to over $100 billion by 2032. We can expect to see innovations like swarm robotics, where fleets of smaller collaborating robots tend to fields, offering more flexibility than one giant machine. We'll also see more cobots, or collaborative robots, designed to work alongside human workers, augmenting their skills. This technology is also perfectly suited for the controlled environments of indoor and vertical farms, which will allow us to grow food year-round, right in our cities. The automation revolution in farming isn't about replacing humans. It's a fundamental shift toward a more intelligent, precise, and sustainable way of feeding the world. By harnessing the power of robotics and AI, we are sowing the seeds of a future where we can meet the growing global demand for food while safeguarding our planet's precious resources. And that is a fun fact worth cultivating.